It's Dr. J, and I am back for another segment on intentional living. I wanted to talk a little bit about how are we filling our buckets or our jars, and how are we living and what's important to us. So I have got a ton of feedback from your words, and I'm excited. I want you to allow them to be and make sure that you have them close to you as you journey through this 2025 year. How amazing that we are even here. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so I've got instead of me just talking, I want to show you something. I've done a list today, and the list includes the things that are prevalent right now today in my space, and how it kind of all flows together. Like, what makes up me? How am I designing my life? Because ultimately, it is my responsibility to design the flow and the journey of my life. And I do that with faith, y'all. So here we go. I have a jar, super clear. You can see right through it. It's not too big. I ain't trying to do too much, but a clear jar. And then I have the list of the things, and I just done this in like 4 or 5 minutes, that are going to go into my jar. So clearly, I have, it's kind of like snow right now because it's snowing outside. And so there's 3 sizes of these little snowflakes that are not flakes, really, these little snow things. And so the first one that's going into this jar is me. I am the center and the core of my journey in this life. For me, right? I think that sometimes we put ourselves in last, which means that we are trying to stuff ourselves into the top, and there's not enough room for us. So I am in, and I'm in first, and I am all in first on me, for me, about me. I'm rocking with me. So it's me. The next one is super important, is my husband and my marriage. I'm gonna go on and put it in there. We gotta ride this thing out. So it's me, it's this husband, it's this marriage. Y'all can put it in later. You can put it in last. You can put it in first. However, your list is laid out, you do that. But that's me. All right. I got a couple of kids, and I think that they are going to get kind of a medium and a small. So this is for my daughter. Put her in, and this is for my son. Part of the reason why they are a medium and a small is, one, because they will always be here. It's important that I could have just put them in one, but they are very different people, and they hold different space in my life. Yes, they both are my baby's favorite daughter, favorite son, but they are different people and they require different things. And so they are in, and they will always be in, but I anticipate that they will journey to live their life. My son is in college, and so he is, I'm the consultant, I'm the advisor, I'm the go-to, but I am not the day-to-day making sure he rocks through. He's learning to do that transition. And my daughter is a junior, our daughter is a junior in high school. So they got a medium and a small, but they are in. My jar is filling up, and it's only 4 of us so far. Okay. So I'm going to do one big one for our parents. We are unbelievably lucky and blessed to have both my husband's parents and my parents that are healthy and still alive, and we enjoy them. And so they are very, very important to me. Yep, like my in-laws, y'all. Really do. They some good they some good peeps. And love my parents too. Love my in-laws. All right. So they're in. I've got a couple of good friends. It's important to me, and I ain't got but like one in a possible, maybe 2. I don't know. Ain't a lot, but I need them because I need that chat time. I need to be held accountable. I need to be able to have some candid conversations, whether it's about kids, marriage, hair, shoes, weather, whatever it is, sickness. Like, so that is very, very important to me. My jar is still filling up. You see that? Work. Gotta eat, right? Got to make sure all the stuff is taken care of. Got to make sure that I am a productive member of society. I get to create some fairly unique programming for high school students, and young adults, and so I enjoy it. So work is huge, and not this idea of work, but this idea of impact. But I still have to generate cash flow in order for the house to flow. Okay. Um, Community service. Community service is important. I serve maybe on one or two boards. It's not a huge priority, only because it's family that is the priority right now and making sure my kids are good. So I've got community service that I'm going to throw in. Let's see. I was tossing between this one and this one. I'm going with this one. This is home. And home means making sure that we have a clean home, making sure that laundry is done, making sure that it is warm, making sure that it is safe, making sure that it is welcoming. This is my safe space, and I work hard to make sure that I have a home where I can come and be whole. Not be in conflict, not be in controversy, but be whole. And so, home, the physical space, adds value to my mental and my emotional space. It allows me to be a better wife, a better mother, a better colleague, a better friend. So, home is super important. Not the pretty, but the feeling and the vibe and the flow. It is important. So home is my big one. Now I don't have no more big ones, so we're gonna see what else we got. Oh shoot, I gotta use I gotta use two of these. Finances, and not only finances, but figuring out how to grow cash flow, and also figuring out estate planning, how to maintain all the stuff. And so this one is pretty big. If I had another big one, I'd probably put it in there, but I don't. So I'm going to put this finances and figuring out wealth and generating wealth, and also figuring out how to make sure that we transition whatever it is we have left in the positive, right? Assets, making sure that assets are maintained and they are accruing in value is super unbelievably important. Reading a good book. It adds to my soul. It helps me to be a better me. Just chill, and I find value in that for me. I have a school supply company. Doop. I also do some consulting with diversity, equity, and inclusion. See my jar? It's figuring up. Oh my gosh. We have a podcast, The Morse Code. We're on every week live, and then it's also posted. That helps me to become a better communicator and a better thinker outside of my own small world. And how do I look at community, and how do I look at region and the state and those kinds of things? So podcast. New projects and ideation. I have to create this space for me, if I'm designing my life, to give time to think. What can be, what can become, what about this? Should I explore that? So ideation in just a think space and some thought time. Let's see. Health. Physical, mental, emotional, all of this will work better if I am healthy, whether it's drinking water, whether it's finding a personal trainer, whether it is making sure that I visit the doctor on a regular basis, the dentist, the eye doctor. Health, personal health. What about, I think I'm going to do one more thing off of my list. I can't find it. Personal growth and development. Ooh, there's my thumb up. Personal thumbs up. Personal growth and development. Each year, myself and my friend, we sit around like, okay, what classes are we going to take online, or what workshops or what professional development are we going to attend? Because all of this helps me to become better. So I want you to see my jar, right? I got some big things, I got some little things, I got some stuff that may be overflowing a little bit. I got some space. Here's what you will find is that, yes, you can still add water, right? Yes, you can still add sand. You can still add small pebbles. But the question is how are you really going to design your life? I need air. I need space. I need to be able to see. I need to be able to breathe. And so my life is not jam-packed with things, which makes it easier to say no thanks, which makes it easier to say every opportunity might be a good opportunity, but it does not have space right now. This changes. It continues to evolve. I may take out something. Maybe one year I'm not, or 1 month or one day I'm not as focused on intake from books. It doesn't do that for me. There's not a lot of, there's no TV. Right? So every now and again, it's a movie or a Netflix or a football game or something where I can do some other things. Like I can watch a game or listen to a game while I clean and maintain the house. There is not a lot of social media. And so the social media really gets at running my own business, whether it's through PackEd, whether it's through, oh shoot, I didn't write some training or some special projects that I get to engage in. And so there's not a lot of social media. There's not a lot of all the stuff that is a lot of stuff, right? There's not a lot of those things that we can fall into a rabbit hole and lose the day. Be very intentional about how you build and what is included in your space. One, also know that anything in here can absolutely come out if that is your desire. Okay, so next week, I'm going to be back with this same jar, but I'm going to be talking about something a little different, but it supports this. Think about your list of all the things today that are very, very important to you and add value to your life, and start to curate and design your own life. You get to have your own jar. One final thing. I had a couple of follow-up comments about the workshops that will start this month. There's one this month, and then there's also one next month. Check out JuanitaMorris.com because a lot of information is always posted. I am going to reopen the registration for those 2 workshops today, which is Friday, January 10th, and it will remain open until Sunday night, January 12th. And then subscribe to the website, JuanitaMorris.com. You'll find me there. You will also find me on Instagram as Dr. Juanita Morris. Thanks, y'all. See y'all next week. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. And think about what's in your jar. Bye.